Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Hey, family. Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please, as always, do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, on today's conversation, I want to talk about gospel legend and Detroit pastor Marvin Winans made headlines recently for some folks looked at it as a rude gesture. A lady came up giving $1,200 to the church, and he said, I specifically asked for 2,000, and it went viral. So of course it made headlines because we all know, being a minister of especially a high profile minister, all eyes are always on you. And especially someone like Marvin Winans, who is a member of the legendary gospel dynasty, the Winans, right? BB, CC, Marvin, Vicky. Well, she was married into it, but Vicky Winans. I mean, so many of members there were famous of gospel music. But that went viral. In addition to that, let's see what else we have on the top. Oh, check this out. Stephen A. Smith apologizes to Congresswoman Jasmine Crocket. We'll talk a little bit about that later, and then hopefully we have some time. I have a few other things I want to brush by you all, but as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. As you all know, we just celebrated some awesome news I shared on our social media page, and I believe I shared on the last. I can barely remember the following days, man. So bear with me. But as you know, we've added another radio affiliate to our resume. So we continue to grow and broaden our audience, and we're very honored. And yes, as you all know, we're excited to be a part of Afro Vibes Radio. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show every Saturdays at 12 p.m. noon Central Time, 12 p.m. Central Time on Saturdays on Afro Vibes, based out of Houston, Texas. So be sure to support. Again, independent media, and we want to keep that. We want to keep that momentum going. Again, a little bit of history about Afro Vibes. It's a 24/7 online radio live streaming services that hits over 177 countries. So look, very honored to be a part of Afro Vibes Radio. In addition, obviously, we are on other affiliates. Shout out to our family out in the New Orleans area. WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time, only on, again, WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about. Then we're gonna head on to the Metro Atlanta area to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's only on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. Now, of course, if you prefer to watch us, we have some folks currently watching us right now on our YouTube channel. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share with a friend, share with family. We want to keep those listeners and listenerships going, and our viewerships and subscribers. We want to keep that momentum growing. We see growth every single day. Our clips are gaining momentum, and again, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you because something that you like about us is right. We're doing something good here, and so be sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel. In addition to that, you can also check out past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on Goatverse TV. Okay, Goatverse TV's ways you can tune into Goatverse TV is by simply downloading the app. It's available in the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. So be sure to support that as well. Look, we got a lot of stuff to discuss, a lot of stuff to share with you all. First of all, I've shared this before. It is very difficult to stay in shape. So I'm currently continuing to build up the strength and going to the gym. I meet with a trainer twice a week, and in addition to that, try to make it to the gym the days where I'm not meeting my trainer. And it can be difficult, right? It can be difficult because, how can I put it? I'm a night owl. So I don't mind going to the gym at night, but I feel like most of my work is done at night. And I work throughout the day. Of course, I mean, I just my brain is on 24/7. But I'll get up in the morning, early mornings. And I went one day and did some cardio, felt accomplished. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta keep on doing this. And then that following day, boy, I was like, brother, tired. I don't know about this. I don't know. I want to get up early no more. I'm tired. I don't want to. But I got to do it, right? Gotta do it. Gotta do it. But it can be difficult. It can be difficult, y'all. Let's go ahead before we head to a commercial break. We haven't done here's our fun fact of the day here. So, did you all know that America's top 10 most dangerous cities, according to Wallet Hub research, says here that okay, number one, and this is something that I've spoken with elected officials in the city of New Orleans, but New Orleans, Louisiana is number one. This is according to Wallet Hub research. And I'm curious from our listeners in New Orleans, what do you think about this? What do you, because one thing, I love New Orleans. New Orleans has rich history, great food, great culture. I love it. And it's sad that it's number one on the most dangerous. And honestly, I don't really believe too many of these polls. There's so many polls. I mean, it's crazy as how many there are. But a lot of folks do speak about crime. A lot of residents speak about crime. That's why it's so important to keep your elected officials during this campaign season, when I had the time to speak with Councilman Oliver Thomas and candidate he was running for mayor, as well as mayoral candidate Ricky Twiggs Jr. Spoke to both of them about crime in New Orleans, Louisiana. Second is Memphis, Tennessee, which I've heard multiple times. People say, "Oh yeah, you have fun in Nashville. Don't go to Memphis. Don't go to Memphis." I'm like, why not Memphis? Memphis got blues. Nashville got country. Come on, it's a win-win. Then we go back to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 3. Number 4 is Detroit, Michigan. Number 5 is Baltimore, Maryland. Number 6 is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Number 7 is Houston, Texas. Number 8 is Santa Barbara, California. Number 9 is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Number 10 is Cleveland, Ohio. Now, those are your top 10, America's top 10 most dangerous cities, according to Wallet Hub research. Now, the top safest cities, the top 10 safest cities: Warwick, Rhode Island; Overland Park, Kansas; Burlington, Vermont; Juneau, Arkansas; Yonkers, Lord; Yonkers, New York; Casper, Wyoming; South Burlington, Vermont; Columbia, Maryland; Lewiston, Maine; and then Salem, Oregon. I will tell you this, and I'm a hear me out on this one. What is the difference between those each cities that we mentioned, right? The dangerous cities and the who was ranked the most dangerous cities and the most safe cities. The most dangerous cities are tourist areas. They're metropolitan cities. There's 24/7 people go to travel to where? New Orleans. People go to travel to where? Memphis. People go to travel where? To Detroit, Philadelphia, Houston, Cleveland. Let me tell you something. No disrespect to the safest cities. Ain't nobody going to Warwick, Rhode Island. Ain't nobody going to Juneau, Arkansas. Ain't nobody going to Yonkers or New York. Ain't nobody going to Casper, Wyoming. Ain't nobody going to Lewiston, Maine. It's no wonder people are, and I'm not saying people that are not from the areas bring crime, because it's not, that's not always true. But it's like, what are these areas like? Small suburban cities? Like, I mean, what is interesting about it's interesting. But that right there, my friends, was our fun fact of the day. Well, it's really not fun, kind of sucks, but hey, it was some facts here. And look, we're gonna head to a commercial break. Don't go anywhere, my friends. We'll be more. We have a lot more here on the Arrington Gavin Show, so do not change that radio dial. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I wasn't really feeling that fun fact earlier. I felt like that was a bit of a flop. So look, as I realized, I forgot to also share with you all our tradition here on the show is explaining positions of politics, political positions, whether if it's local, state, federal positions. We're starting from the bottom up. So we started at the school board level. We're still currently on local government because, again, there's so many political positions that a lot of us are just unaware of, that people just don't know. So hopefully this adds some assistance of having an understanding, as well as getting involved and wanting to ask questions and go on your local government websites and be like, okay, what have they done? When do they have do they have any meet and greets? Do they have any town halls? Do they how do they stay engaged with the community? So our next position is county board of supervisors or commissioners. So now these are county level local positions, county levels. So county board of supervisors, or county board of commissioners, legislative body of the county, passes local ordinances, sets property tax rates, and manages county services like public health, zoning, roads. All right. So, how many of y'all get tired of potholes in your roads, or again, so just anything that's a beat up sidewalk, right? Well, there you go. That can get you. I mean, you can always discuss it with your council, but council's gonna pass it on. Okay, whose job is this to take care of X, Y, and Z? And this. So it's all about finding the root, dissecting how can we take care of this position. So again, you're welcome, my friends. You're welcome. Now let's digress and move it on to our first story here. As I mentioned, about Marvin Winans. Marvin Winans is a award-winning, well-known gospel great, member of the historic, the legendary dynasty, gospel dynasty, the Winans family. I won't even say gospel. I mean, just music in general, right? Their success in gospel really has opened the eyes and caught the attention of folks outside of the gospel genre. So Marvin is a key pillar in that group. He's also a pastor out in Detroit. Now, Marvin has been caught in some news, faced a little backlash recently. Let me go ahead and share the soundbite for you, then we'll talk about it on the other side here.
But first, we need to clear up a major misunderstanding that's gone viral on social media.
On Sunday, Pastor Marvin Winans hosted a day of giving. Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support their community programs. Pastor Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front of the church first, with others following, from the largest donors to those donating as little as $1.62. But one member, Roberta McCoy, went viral after someone posted video of her coming to the front with less than $2,000, claiming she was rebuked by Pastor Winans. I spoke exclusively with both Pastor Winans and Roberta McCoy, who says she's been attacked online since that video began spreading. You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her. She's been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013 and has given faithfully over the years and will continue to do so.
But first, we...
Does that really save Pastor Marvin Winans? Did that really save his, did he make a point there? Like, okay, he had folks come, the highest bidders basically come first, and then the lowest people kind of came last, right? What he's saying is, and let me go ahead and read this, because that was, I believe, that was WXYZ Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was, but let me go ahead and read you this so I can explain a little better. So okay, Bishop Marvin Winans of Perfecting Church. First of all, I'm always curious of the names of churches. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, you don't want to kind of repeat the same name, right? It's First Baptist, it's Second Baptist, Third Baptist, Second Canaan, Mount Sinai. There's a lot of similar names of the same name. New Calvary, Old Calvary, First Calvary, Last Calvary, Second Canaan. It's interesting. But or they might name it after the street, the street of the neighborhoods or anything like that. But anyway, Marvin Winans of Perfecting Church hosted a day of giving. All right, a day of giving. Now, maybe I'm a little late on this, but I always assume almost every Sunday is giving. You know what I mean? Like, I guess day of giving is really like you give, but I just feel as though like you have that almost every day. What's different from the day of giving on this day than every other Sunday? That's, that would be my first question to ask. But he was asking members to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support community programs. Okay. Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front first. Okay, coming to the front first, with others following from the largest donations to as little as $1.62. Now, I don't know. It's just you always got to be careful, because I remember years ago, and it was years ago I was working at a I had my business, and we were working at a church conference, right, at a well-known church in my home area, and the pastor at the time, because he's retired now, but at the time he was speaking, and it was eventually going to be a time of giving and a time to tithe and all this other stuff. But it was a moment when he was speaking, and a person walked to the center of the stage and gave him a envelope while he was just talking. Just ran and just gave him an envelope. He opened the envelope, and I guess it was a big check. He made the jokes like, look like somebody going to Saxon Fifth Avenue. Like, I mean, a chuckle, hardy, har. But I look at that as like a politician trying to be a comedian, right? I looked at that as I get it, Arrington. You being a little anal there, aren't you? No. I just think that the church, that pulpit, it's already how can I put it? It already has a lot of eyes on it, because when you're trying to bring in members, when you're trying to bring in new people and accept new people, and sometimes folks have the hesitation, like, how can you trust these, some of these, especially mega pastors and mega ministers, because they are making loads of money. And a lot of the churches, what, tax-free, right? Tax write-offs. And we're seeing ministers that are rolling in Bentleys. We're seeing ministers that's rolling in Lambos. Fly private. It's like you have pastors asking churches for other more private jets. Like, it's a lot. A lot of eyes are always on ministers in any way, shape, or form. It shows them flaunting their wealth. It's a turnoff for a lot of people. So that right there was a bit of a turnoff, and we had not really visited in a while until we've gone a few times to the services. But that right there was it was a turnoff. What I'm explaining here is why is it that, whoever's got the most money first, y'all come first. Y'all line up first. Now the lady came with $1,200, not $2,000, and I guess she was in the $2,000 line. But guess what? The line is still a line. To me, their giving is still meaningful. It don't have to be like largest donation to last. No, come on now. So for me, I still don't think it was right. I think he explained really like the overall context of the video, but it still is a bit of a turnoff. I mean, what do y'all think? Am I wrong? Am I being a little too much? What do y'all think about the Marvin Winans viral video? Because I posted it on my social media, and I basically said, once he said that on that stage, I would have snatched my $1,200 right back out of my hand. $1,200, that's a lot of money. $500 is a lot of money. $20, and especially during the climate now, y'all, because we are in a world where a lot of folks don't have that kind of funds to give, right? We're living in a time where people don't even know when their next paycheck is coming. They don't even know when their next meal is coming. So to see moments like that in a church, especially coming from a man who, again, is quite successful outside of the church. He is a national recording artist. He is a legendary singer and songwriter. It says here that the congregation member, Roberta McCoy, shared that she was receiving death threats after, or being attacked on social media after that. I don't know why she would be attacked, because she was a victim. She says he absolutely did not rebuke me. Now there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that pastor gave instructions on the lines to get into. Ma'am, first of all, bump that. You gave $1,200. I'm not doing no largest donors come here first. No, I'm gonna be like, wait in line, and just, here's the thing, if you give, you give. There shouldn't have been no, to me that's unfair. That really is unfair. Because why is that unfair, you ask, Arrington? Because now everybody looking at you saying, they giving $2,000, they must got some money. I'm serious. Or whoever's at the last, they giving $1.62. They broke. Like, you shouldn't have to judge people. It's an easy way to judge folks by what they have in their pocket. Come on, y'all. Am I wrong? See, stuff like that. And I mean, I don't care how successful he is and how well respected he is in the gospel music. I mean, there's folks that, I'm sorry, they can do things that could be a turnoff for a lot of folks in the church. Okay. Again, I'm talking about the flashes. I remember, a good example. There was a reality show about pastors in LA. What? We're in a world now where there's reality shows about ministers in LA that are literally acting as the male versions of Real Housewives of whatever. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I mean, I used to be skeptical on mega pastors, to be honest. I used to be. And then, I got to listening to guys like TD Jakes, guys like Stephen Furtick, guys like there's a gentleman my wife and I we tune into from time to time out in Dallas, Texas, senior pastor of Social Dallas. I mean, there's folks that build large congregations because of their gift, because of the way they present themselves, how they give the word, how they have they guided folks out. And yes, it will garner success. And then guess what? They will build careers outside of their church, whether if it's book deals, whether if it's other business entities. Like TD Jakes has like he has a media company, I'm pretty sure. I think he hosted a daytime talk show at one point, because folks looked at him as a spiritual leader. Folks that weren't even Christians goes to TD Jakes. Okay. You have Stephen Furtick, who's an author. He's a Grammy award-winning songwriter. I mean, man, successful outside of the church. So yes, he's using his gifts that God gave him to help install in his church. And then a lot of folks go and say, and that's how you build churches. Now, there are folks, we all see them. There are folks that like to flaunt that wealth. Okay, they like to flaunt that wealth. Asking for some jets. You're flaunting. Doing too much. When you go in the pulpit and you acknowledge people that I made so much, I made enough that my kids won't have to ever work again. I made so much that my grandkids will never have to work again. I made so much that, like, people didn't ask all that. People asked for the word, Pastor. People didn't ask for all that. Anyways, let me go ahead. Let me end this convo here. But again, what's your thoughts on the response of Pastor Marvin Winans? What's your take? Even though they corrected themselves, they're like, they said, hey, look, so what really happened was I had everybody who had it was our day of giving. Okay, it was our day of giving. And people that had $2,000, you come up first. Whoever they gave less, you basically you didn't go first. And this person came in the $2,000 line, but she gave $1,200, and I said $2,000. Like, come on, y'all, come on. What are we doing here? I don't know. That's I gotta think on that. But y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all thoughts on that. Let me go ahead and move it on. We're gonna let's speak. Speaking of money, check this out. So, OnlyFans has. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this up here. The OnlyFans CEO recently had shared that since 2016, CEO says that OnlyFans has paid creators $25 billion. $25 billion, y'all. Woo! I ain't got the kind of body to be on OnlyFans, okay? I ain't got that kind of body. Hey, look, I be looking at these bills. I be looking at these prices. I be looking at them. I be telling my wife, baby, I might need to start me an OnlyFans page. Shoot. The way I be hearing how much they make, they be making 6 figures a month. Okay, they instant millionaires. What does that say about our world, y'all? What does that say about our world? Individuals, and let's be honest, I'm gonna just say, I mean, it's male and females that are making this much, but I'm just assuming that females make the most. They're the top earners in corporate America. They're fighting for better wages, but yet they can be instant millionaires on OnlyFans. What does that say about America? What does that say about America, y'all? I'll tell you what I think. It says that we need to do better. That we need to do a lot better. Says here, creators on OnlyFans have collectively earned $25 billion since the company launched in 2016, according to the chief executive officer, Kelly Blair. The platform, known for allowing users to monetize subscription-based content, has become a major income source for a wide range of creators, including those who do adult entertainment, fitness, music, and food. Speaking at the Bloomberg Tech event recently in London, Blair emphasizes that the company's success is measured not just in profits, but in the financial opportunities it has created for individual users. She said few companies can claim to have helped so many people build personal wealth through their content. You know, it's so funny. I like how they include adult entertainment. Yes, that's one of them. Fitness, music, and food. Yes, there's others, and just not. Let me tell y'all something. Remember, at one period, OnlyFans, and it made headlines too. OnlyFans was gonna like ban their explicit content, and like literally everybody said, "We're protesting OnlyFans. Never. I'm never gonna tune in OnlyFans." And then OnlyFans folks were like, hold up. We were joking. Just kidding. We're gotcha. They said we're not gonna get rid of that stuff. So they didn't because they knew that's where their money comes from. Like, come on, y'all. We weren't born yesterday here. Says here that OnlyFans, headquartered in London, gives content creators a direct way to earn income by selling subscriptions and other materials to their fans. The company takes a 20% commission on sales, including paid videos, images, and private messages. Says here, this grew heavily during the pandemic. As performers, sex workers, and even celebrities looked for new revenue streams during lockdowns. While the platform remains closely associated with adult content, Blair told Bloomberg TV's that the platform is not limited to that space. Instead, she described it as a place for content made for adults, which now includes comedy, sports, and cooking. In a move to widen its audience, OnlyFans have partnered with a variety of non-adult creators. Among them is a cricketer, Tymal Mills, who joined Blair on stage at the event. Mills became the first prominent figure in professional cricket to sign with the platform earlier this year. He said that for many athletes, especially those in sports with lower pay. OnlyFans provides a much needed source of income. He's not the only person I've heard say that. Oh Lord. I've read stories where you've had past WNBA players share that. Oh man, I'm trying to. There was another story where I think a former Olympian or a current Olympian said she went on there to make a little extra cash. I mean, look, I have nothing against entrepreneurship, right? You have the right to do whatever you want to do. If you want to flaunt your, your stuff for pay, hey, like I said, I'm a married man. My wife would kill me if she saw me on or on her OnlyFans page flaunting my stuff. She'd be like, oh, heck no. But then I'll be like, but babe, I got you that new diamond ring. She'll be like, okay, one more video. I really like this person, and then that's it. No, I'm joking. But it is interesting, though. It is interesting. Says here that the company has drawn acquisition interest throughout 2025, with Bloomberg reporting a potential sale value at around $8 billion. However, any deals faces challenges due to long-standing concerns over online safety and nature of some of the site's explicit material. Okay, so I'm trying to see here. Show the so they said 8 billion, but I think they've given. Oh, okay. Well, it says 25. All righty. So that's interesting. Yeah. What do y'all think? What do y'all think on this? What did y'all have? Look, I'm be. Did y'all ever have thoughts of maybe joining OnlyFans? Were there times, y'all? I'm talking to y'all, the listeners, my friends, my family. We could talk. Did y'all ever have any slight ideas? Be like, maybe I'll just do feet pics. Maybe I'll do. I mean, and I'm over here joking, saying it's like, but did y'all ever think about joining OnlyFans when it first came out? Right, when you first heard about it, were you like saying, oh no, or did you say, how much they making? These just all are automatically just creating these multi-millionaires. Like, did y'all ever know? Out of curiosity, no. No. Like I said, y'all, I ain't got the body for it. I ain't got the body for it. I ain't got the body. I ain't got the time nor the body for this OnlyFans. But anyway, y'all, look, let's go ahead and we're gonna pay some bills. Do not go anywhere. You listen to the Arrington Gavin Show. We got a lot more show for you here. We'll be right back. Do not change that dial.
Just like a winning team evolves throughout the season, so does your beard. I'm Arrington Gavin, proud CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. With our premium oils, balms, and grooming tools, it's everything you need to level up your beard game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a rookie, Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. Order now and dominate the beard game like never before. Rugged Evolution Beard Care, because every beard deserves to be legendary.
Jasmine Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at JasmineLearningInstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs, and we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
People age 65 and older are at high risk of injury, especially from falls and car crashes. But older adults can take steps to stay safe from injury and be independent longer. Tell your doctor if you have fallen, if you worry about falling, or if you feel unsteady when standing or walking. Learn more about preventing falls and aging without injury at cdc.gov/stillgoingstrong.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Let's get it going with our next story here. So, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, executive producer, host of First Take, one of the probably the most watched sports debate show in the world. In addition to that, he hosts not one but two other shows. He has his own show called The Stephen A. Smith Show. That's on Mad Dog Sports, Sirius XM. And that's Monday through Fridays. And then he hosts a weekly political show also on Sirius XM called Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Smith. I happen to tune into all the shows. I don't tune in to First Take as much, but because I'm a political guy, so I'm usually watching news and other things politics related. But I'll tune into it. Stephen A. Smith had been receiving heat after folks thought it was a jab at Jasmine Crocket, because he said, look, when you continue to come after him with these with the attitude and the vile language and the insults and this and any other, is that really helping your constituents in Texas? That's what he said. Stephen A. Smith said it as like, is that a winning strategy? Okay. Now, to me, I understood what Stephen A. Smith's point was saying. A lot of folks took it as, oh, he's bringing a black woman down. I personally didn't see it that way. I personally think he gave a suggestion to him. He said, I asked a question, the question was, is that a winning strategy? I looked at it as like a question / suggestion. But hey, Stephen A. Smith is no politician. He is growing his career in politics. But he is no politician. You had many folks like in the world of politics, like Bakari Sellers, CNN contributor and newly co-host of the hit political show Native Land Pod. Along with, let me see, he's on there with Angela Rye, Tiffany Cross, and Andrew Gillum. You also had Roland Martin. You had, Lord, who else you have up there making some noise? Willie D, I think, had said some words. There were so many folks, Stephen Jackson. I mean, so many folks came after Stephen A. And look, Stephen A. Smith has made his millions, and I say that because he has because he's continuing to grow his career with these big money contracts that he well deserves. But Stephen A. Smith has made a career off of being a critic. He's made a career off of giving his take and his opinion. And there's people that like it, there's people that don't like it. That's what he does. That's what he does. So coming from Stephen A. Smith to what he said, I don't know why folks are even like say, "Oh my gosh, he brought a black woman down and this and the other." Again, I don't see it, and maybe I'm missing the point, and I need some explanation with it, because he now accusing her using street verbiage. I guess can sound a little, it could be a little touchy subject when you're directed towards a female, especially a black female. Jasmine Crocket, but he gives her a flower saying she's extremely qualified, as she has a law degree in not one but like 2 states, and she's highly qualified. She doesn't need, but here's my thing, and I'll respond to that. Jasmine Crocket is the Democratic Party's one of their vocal leaders, right? Because the Democratic Party comes across as like the party of weakness, a party that doesn't want to go toe to toe, or face to face with the back and forth. For far too long, they've received it from the Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene, or a Byron Donald, or Josh Hawley, and all these other. They've received it 24/7, but they never responded with fight back terms. Now you got guys like Congressman Al Green that ain't scared. Then you have folks like Jasmine Crocket, a rising star. You have folks like AOC. You got folks like independent U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, who sides mostly with the left. So again, I say, like, Jasmine Crocket is one of the weapons that the Democratic Party uses, and she's not scared to but there are moments where it's like, okay, you're doing too much. Like, she made a jab at her sitting governor, calling him Governor Hot Wheels out in Texas. I mean, it's just like, again, not all politicians are comedians. So Stephen A. Smith had shared those words, and yeah, people were coming after him back and forth. So here's a little bit of the his video of him kind of like changing his tone with it, and then I'll read you a little more about it in context. But let me go ahead and play this for you.
Look at Representative Jasmine Crocket. Do you know what I think she should be doing? I think she should be competing for the Senate seat in Texas, or for the Attorney General spot, because she's qualified. I personally think Kamala Harris should have ran for governor of California. I've said it for the record that if Michelle Obama was running for president, she would have beat Trump, in my opinion. I think she'd have done it. That's how I feel. But somehow, some way, it's never enough for some people out there. I understand. I would advise you to get over it, or buckle up, because I'm not going away.
So, and he's absolutely right. Like, if you don't like what I got to say, then, bump y'all. I don't care. I signed a 3-year contract. Okay, you're going to listen. And guess what? Folks tune in. See, folks, especially folks on the left, man, which kind of irritates me, is when someone like a Stephen A. is seen as many times as he is probably on left-leaning media circuits. You see him on conservative channels, which he's been on Fox News multiple times, right? I'm not saying this man is on like the far right, like you're not catching Stephen A. on OAN or Newsmax, for crying out loud, but you've seen him on Fox News multiple times, mostly on the Sean Hannity show. I believe he's been on Jesse Waters' show once or twice, but he's on Hannity for a minute. That's been a close friend of him. He's said that publicly for many years. He enjoys guys like a Mark Levin. And I mean, there's nothing. Again, personally, there's nothing wrong with that. I understand and I respect folks that, hey, they're passionate about their beliefs. Now, there's certain I do not not agree at all with the Sean Hannity, but Sean Hannity gives his opinion and he does his best to back those beliefs. Same with Mark Levin, right? I have one of my dearest friends is conservative. There's nothing wrong with that. We agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, at the end of the tunnel, we have the same common ground of things. Like we have the same outcome of things. Going back, because I'm not trying to get off sidetrack here, but going back to Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is always seen mostly on News Nation, right? News Nation has been promoting themselves as unbiased news. I personally consider them I consider them centered, but they lean a little right, in my opinion. I think they do need to have a little more liberal views on there, and maybe just center left, right? I mean, you got Chris Cuomo's pretty fair in my opinion. I know a lot of folks don't care for Chris that much, but Chris sticks it to conservative elected officials when they come on. He's more than welcome to have give them the platform, but he's pretty liberal. You got him. You have Elizabeth Vargas, pretty liberal. But they're Elizabeth is a little more timid on the liberal side where she shares her views. Now you have Leland Vittert. Leland Vittert came from Fox News. He was on Fox News for many years. And a few other folks. There's a few other names that have been affiliated with Fox News or Fox affiliates. But Leland Vittert is pretty, he's conservative. I would consider him, maybe moderate conservative. I don't look at him as like a far right leaning individual. But and he's grown because he's in a prime time slot now, so he's being somewhat more fair. But I like News Nation. I tune in News Nation a lot. But folks put Stephen A. in his bubble. It's like, okay, when he's having these conversations with folks on the right, and he's having conversations with a guy like former NBA star Royce White, who is he's a Republican candidate for the Minnesota U.S. Senate. Royce White considers himself a member of MAGA. Stephen A. Smith has great conversations with him on his show multiple times, right? People don't appreciate that, and they always say, "Oh my gosh, Stephen A. is just on this side, and this is why he's." And it's like, first of all, he just asked a question, like, why is the left getting so doggone sensitive about him asking a question? Like, why does the world dislike Stephen A? Like, I'm curious. I'm curious because look, I'll have the same thought. I'll ask the same questions. I'll be like, Congresswoman, do you and you're a very accomplished individual. Do you think that the continuous name calling or attacks against the president is necessary, or do you think that's a winning strategy right now? Like she might answer say, oh, it's definitely necessary because you see the way the country is. So she'll probably have a valid point there. But right now, the left doesn't have the leverage. They're not winning. Now they have been winning in special elections, and these midterms could really turn stuff around, but they're right now, they don't have the majority on the House or the Senate. So it's like the overall Democratic voters are kind of like, what's the deal? What are we doing? What's next? What's X? What are we doing here? Let me read you. Let me go ahead and read you what Stephen A. had said in his segment. Let me see here. Okay, so this is what his apology sound like. I'm sorry, I'm not reading what he had initially said, but let me read you his apology. He says, "I get it now. With Trump feeding into the nonsense, giving him a fodder or ammunition to continue to go out there and talk about our black women that way. I got it. I don't like that at all. I don't want to be associated with nothing like that. And I apologize because I respect the hell out of Jasmine Crocket and what she has accomplished. I absolutely do. I appreciate the fact that she feels compelled to fight the way that she's fought, the way that she fights because of what she's dealing with. Look, I understand. Jasmine Crocket is a warrior. But like Stephen A has said in the beginning, he's like, look, she has an open invitation. I've had on folks on the right, folks on the left. I'm inviting everybody. She has an open invitation. Why can't, if it's something that came out of that people didn't like, don't say it on social media and talk about it. Go on his show. Go on his show. Like, once again, a good number of people like to tune into Stephen A. Smith, and not just liberals, not just conservatives, a variety of people like to get his perspective, political perspective on things. Why? Because he seems a bit, even though, look, Stephen A. Smith is a highly successful individual. Folks, everyday Americans feel some form of relatability to Stephen A. In a weird way, they do. The verbiage that he shares, coming from an independent standpoint, he shares stuff that makes it adds up and makes sense to some folks. It just does. He says, I've been in journalism. He said, I've been a journalist for over 30 years. I don't want enemies. I truly don't. But I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to call it like I see it. It should be done respectfully. It should be done with the sensitivity that it needs to be done with. I get it. I understand. But I'm going to be me. I'm going to call it like I see it. I can look Jasmine Crocket in the face and say, I'm sorry for any kind of noise I caused in your direction, because she is accomplished and she is smart, and she does not have she does have an incredible challenge working in this political climate on Capitol Hill. I got it. In all honesty, y'all, Stephen A was just being the gentleman there to apologize, but I wouldn't apologize. I wouldn't. Look, I'm a Jasmine Crocket fan. It's no disrespect to her. I wouldn't apologize. He said what he said. I'll do the same thing. Whatever I said, I meant it. Okay. You can give me your take why you disagree with it, or you can, if I ask a question, you can answer it for me, and then maybe I have a easier mindset to. But like, I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to give my opinion on things. All right. The fun thing about having this platform, speaking behind the mic, is I get to speak my mind. I get to, there's interesting stories that come across my feed. I want to share with you. I want to have the conversation with you, all the listeners. So, if in conversations, we're gonna have some moments where we agree, and we're gonna have some moments where we disagree. But at the end of the day, we're going to shake hands. We're going to hug it out. We're going to cheers at the end of that conversation and be like, hey, look, talk to you soon, my friend. Like, because that's what we do. That's what the world should always be. Speak your piece. Share what's on your mind. And then keep it moving. If I say something that you don't agree with, you shouldn't have to do this whole bashing tour and be like, look at this clown. No, it shouldn't have to be that way. Now, if you say something like literally very insulting, yeah, you might get that smoke. But if I'm asking a question, if I find something that I disagree with what Jasmine Crocket says, and then the whole left just wants to attack, see, look at you, you're just in it for them. Like, give me a break, y'all. That's my time. As always, thank you so much for tuning into the Arrington Gavin Show. Be sure to tune in weeknight on wherever you get your podcast platform, radio platforms, all that good stuff. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Night on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.